And
I think the biggest difference is his career started later. So,
yeah,
whereas he made his debut in 2010, I think Cudjoe's debut came in 2007 or 8.
yeah,
And obviously Roby's been playing since about 2006, is it? So 2004 maybe he made his debut actually, but didn't play that much at that stage of his
no,
career. So yeah, Cudjoe was remarkably consistent until the last 2 years when he picked up his injury. Farrell, yeah, he's had a couple of he had a pec injury, had a shoulder injury, both kept him out for half a season in those times. But yeah, there you go. Liam Farrell just squeaked over
there you go.
250 games. Right, so I'm gonna front up. I've got no recommendations this week. It's been another week of dealing with family stuff and plodding through the working week. So nothing exciting going on. But what about yourself? Have you got any
I've got,
recommendations for
yeah,
our wonderful listeners?
I've, I've got millions, Mark, because I'm retired now. So all I do is look for things to recommend on the Super League pod. But I'll just give two because this show's probably gone on long enough.
Oh yeah.
So what one is if you're ever down in London, either on a rugby trip or heading down there, go and try and see it's a place called the Painted Hall, which is at Greenwich Naval College. It's absolutely amazing. It's like the Sistine Chapel, but in the UK. And look it up online anyway if you can't get down there. It's a staggering place to go and visit. A remarkable piece of art. So there's that. The second thing is one of the things I do is walk a lot, and I listen to lots of podcasts, including the Super League pod. It's very good for walking to.
I would think it's the
But
first on the list.
the very first on the list. But I listen to fiction podcasts as well, and I've just finished one which is called Homecoming. It's an American podcast, two series, and it's been turned into a TV series now as well. It's a belter. It's well worth a listen for those of you that like a bit of a story.
Actually, you've made me think of something it's kind of a hopeful recommendation in a way, but Russell Kane's Evil Genius, the BBC podcast, is back this week, and it's going to focus on some sporting evil geniuses on the new series. So yeah, talking of good quality podcasts, that's reminded me of something. So I did sort of have a recommendation. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Excellent stuff. Right, so coming up, what we're going to be doing actually this weekend is we're going to be recording an NRL Britwatch themed special. So that's going to be kind of a look back over players, the British players who've gone to the NRL in the last 10 years. Then we'll have a look a little bit about the ones still there, and George Williams, of course, for what's going to come in 2020. And then we'll look ahead to Luke Thompson and who else may be joining in from 2021 onwards in the
Hopefully
NRL.
no more else.
Yeah, and then of course we'll be back to the normal Monday slot as well for next week's regular show, which we will want all of your fan views on the news and the match action as always. In terms of getting in touch with the show and interacting with the show and stuff, it's at Super League Pod on Twitter and Instagram. Facebook.com/SuperLeaguePod. You can send us an email to superleaguepod@gmail.com, and you can find our blog superleaguepod.com. That'll have all the details about our episodes, our sponsors, how you can listen, how you can get in touch, and all of those things. If you've found us, stumbled across us somehow, and you've not found the best way to listen to us for yourself yet, you can find the show on pretty much any of your podcast applications, but Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Stitcher, they're all good places to find the show, or anywhere you normally find your podcast, you should be able to find us, like I say. And we're also on YouTube as well, although don't be too disappointed that not all of these will be videos. There's a few videos, but none of the main shows are videos. Do you want to tell the people about our wonderful partners?
I certainly will. Partner sponsors, Rob's Toy Shop. Enter SLP discount on checkout at Rob's Toy Shop on eBay and get 5% cash back on orders over £5, plus give 1% cash back to the SLP. Little Warden, vital alerts for hidden issues. Head to littlewarden.com to see what they can do for you. Mascot Brown, use the link shown on the episode blog post, and we'll get 8% of your order value to help with the running costs for the show. And Sarah's bookcase. Sarah sells Usborne books with access to over 3,000 titles from baby to teenager. There's something for everyone. Find out more on Facebook.
Yeah, if you just search for Sarah's bookcase on Facebook, you'll get to see all of those things. If you've got, like, if you work at a school or youth groups or things like that, then certainly Sarah might be able to do something for you guys. Or you might be able to run events that Sarah can come and open up the wonderful world of Usborne books to you and your children. Little Warden this week have had a rebrand, which is making them look even more like they can defend your website from whatever. I don't really understand what they do, but if you've got a website, they do stuff that makes your website work better, basically. I'm not technologically minded in that sense. I don't know how I have a podcaster that's 250 episodes old, but the rebrand looks strong, and I think it will help anyone who hasn't used their services yet, who might benefit from them, to be more confident in them. So go and check out that rebrand and littlewarden.com. You can make donations to SLP, of course. We appreciate all donations, large or small. PayPal.me/Super League Pod is how you can support SLP that way if you choose to. You don't have to. There's no obligation, of course. We appreciate all of your listenership. In any case, we hope you've enjoyed this 250th episode. We hope we've enjoyed David being back on the show. I'm sorry it wasn't in quite the glorious circumstances that we would have hoped that we had you on last time. But still, I hope we gave great coverage to the World Club Challenge match that we saw. Thank you to David, and thank you to all for listening to episode 250 of your favourite rugby league podcast, the Super League Pod. Goodbye.
Thanks, Mark. Goodbye.